I've been thinking about this quite a lot. I think we get caught by names, don't we? And I think it's the overall principle. So it is about digital transformation of our industry. It's not just about construction or building, it is about whole life. So I think digital construction has a really important part to play in that transformation, but I think it's important that actually it's reaching outside of our industry as well. So it embraces everything that BIM is trying to encapsulate as well. So delivery of whole life projects which are integrated for business, for society, for people. And I think that's what digital construction really needs to focus on enabling. So I think there's three things with that really. Is that I'm obviously very much involved with developing open standards globally. So I chair the UK and Ireland chapter of Building Smart. I'm been part of developing the PAS 1192 suite in the UK, but I'm now convener of ISO 19650. Now, doesn't that trip off the tongue? But that really is lifting what we've learnt within the UK, but globally as well, about how to deliver our projects digitally. So in all of that activity over the past decade, I've been part of the leadership of digital transformation at Atkins, so setting up our integrated digital solutions network as a network chair, and I'm now a fellow of BIM, geospatial and digital engineering there. So rather a long answer for you, I do beg your pardon, but I suppose the ultimate thing then is I'm so thrilled and excited to be helping and chairing the UK BIM Alliance, which is really working hand in hand with government now as they move to BIM level 3 for us to provide that leadership across the whole of the industry, including the private sector. We have to get more efficient. But I think that a part of that is actually realising that we need to integrate with an industry beyond ourselves, so not being so internal, inward facing. I think that's going to be really, really important, and that we become much more, this is almost oversaid now, but that we become much more outcome focused rather than purely outcome or we're going to build a building or a piece of infrastructure and then walk away. It's a much, much bigger context that we really need to embrace. So I think the opportunities are massive for us, but we do need to take a much broader context than we have done traditionally. I guess I'm really excited about the convergence of geospatial with BIM as well, because I'm originally a geographer and geospatial. I headed up the geospatial business in the UK. The fact that now engineers and the construction industry are really embracing that, so we've got some superb projects within Atkins actually using drones for survey of quarry sites, for instance, of rail and road projects as well, but really working in partnership with our clients as well and learning with them as well. So they're very agile projects actually that we're doing. I think stepping back from sort of my own sort of interest, selfish interest if you like, on the geospatial side of things, I think the off-site is really build off-site, I think is very, very interesting. I think that's going to move a great deal. I think security is something that is a worry at the moment, but I think there will be opportunities once we can grab hold of that. I think the one that maybe we haven't thought about enough is the impact of social media and the way that actually we all behave, both outside of work and within work as well. And I think that's going to be really interesting. That could really transform the way that we work as teams. So I think that's one to watch. I think be bold. I think there's a lot of fear at the moment, which is making us all feel quite tentative. I think we need to trust each other more. So I think being able to work as a team more. So we can't all become experts in this great wealth of technologies and new processes being thrown at us. So we need to be able to learn from each other, to experiment but keep focused on what we have to deliver. recognise if it's not working. So we have a mantra, fail fast, in Atkins, where we're encouraging people to experiment, but also not to be scared to say, actually, this is difficult or it's not working. I either need to get help, let somebody else do it, or we need to call a halt on that. So I think being much more experimental, being more agile and open and connected. So one of the things I've been thinking about quite a lot is we think about teamwork in a quite traditional sense, but actually I think we need to think of it from a virtual point of view and even from a global point of view, in discovering and being able to deal with this really fast rate of change. The people that are coming into our industry or haven't yet entered the industry are so much more accepting and trusting of these technologies. They take it more naturally. I think that the rate of change will accelerate because of the people who are coming into our industry. We need to make it attractive and fewer barriers for youngsters to actually come in, but then allow them to be a part of that leadership. So within the Alliance, we're really keen to get younger people to feel that they can be a part of that leadership, because we all benefit from that. But I think there's a real thing of that actually we all need to be humble, we need to learn from each other, but we mustn't toss away the lessons of the past and the wisdom of the past as well. So this is about being inclusive of the people who are about to leave our industry as well, who can actually tell us with some of the mistakes that they've seen and have had to face as well. I'm very keen to be exploring the collaboration side of things, so the people side of things, the behaviour side of things, because I think although the government has done a great job with the BIM Level 2 and now exploring digital built Britain, I think we haven't been able to get that real sort of inclusivity of people feeling that they should step up and take responsibility as well. So I think there's been a slight tendency for people to sit back and say, well, government said they were going to do this, the BIM task group said they were going to do it, so we'll just let them get on and do it, and then we'll just follow. I think that has to change now, is that actually we all need to have skin in the game, we all need to have hunger to actually really move this forward, and I think that's what's exciting about the Alliance. I'd also probably be saying that we need to call an amnesty, because our industry has got quite a lot of aggressive sort of adversity in it, and there can be a fair amount of bad blood, which you do see as you talk to people. You realise that relationships are quite tricky. So I think we need to say, look, let's call an amnesty. This is a new era. We all need to accomplish this digital transformation. We need to work together. So we are working competitively. We need to recognise that. We need to be open to that. But also we need to be able to be much better at working collaboratively. So that will probably be the challenge that I will set down.